I think a good date, you don't need to take me, especially if you don't know me.
Yeah.
You don't need to take me to like Nobu. Like, let's get a fucking $5 coffee first. Because what if I don't like you? What if you don't like me? And now you're like this, oh, I spent money on it.
You gonna make me cry.
You know what I mean? Or let's walk around the beach. Let's do something like a free museum or whatever.
Oh, you all date Chelsea, please.
But seriously, for both people, so nobody feels like they wasted their time.
Why am I dropping a bill?
Yeah,
and
that's
I
just,
might not even vibe.
Honestly,
or vice versa.
That's
now,
a little performative to me. Sometimes I'm not saying everybody has that intention.
Now, if for some reason we have some type of history,
yeah,
or we've met
different.
a few times, and we're now going on our first date,
yeah, that's different.
Okay, it's situational.
I thought I liked my new nigga while my baby daddy just fucked me. You know what's funny though? A lot of women who got kids are always talking about how they wouldn't date a man who got kids because they don't want the baby mama drama. But I be thinking about the other side of it. Like, you a baby mama. Do that mean you come with drama, or you one of the good ones that you ain't like the rest of them? I mean, obviously she not. But that's the thing. Like, I feel like a dude who got a kid with a woman, he always got a chance to get his family back at any moment. I actually think the dumbest thing in the world is to be surprised by him out of all people in the world. Because even if she don't got a baby father, she will cheat on you for her ex. It's usually a dude they already know. And it ain't like it would matter if it was a random nigga. You got cheated on either way. But this is the reason why I had to stop dating. It ain't because they cheat. You can always leave them and start over. But imagine when you finally realize that these women could get pregnant and they won't know who the father is because they want to be messy. They single till they married and they gonna date them all. How much you want to bet that woman met this new nigga because she said her baby daddy was so trash and he was so horrible? The same nigga that bring them to you be the same one that take them away, but I wouldn't claim it anyway. Subscribe to my YouTube, Planet Reality.
You're not manipulating men. And I'm going to tell y'all why y'all not manipulating these men.
So I'm going to tell you more about how I manipulate men. I think my manipulation started very young, when I was about like 16, 17. And it was when I became a stripper. Yes, don't judge me. I'm going
to stop you right there. You wasn't manipulating nobody when you were 16, 17. Those men were predators. Okay, they would have did whatever and gave you whatever and done whatever because they were predators. That's number one. Number two, you're not manipulating men. And I'm going to tell y'all why y'all not manipulating these men. Y'all can't manipulate men in 2026 because y'all showing y'all hand. Okay, y'all showing y'all hand. The men know what cards you about to play before you even play it, because y'all think that y'all are getting all the tips and tricks online from all these different dating gurus and all these women that are teaching y'all how to quote unquote finesse men. Baby, the men are watching the same videos. Y'all get on here and y'all tell all y'all business. This lady started this video out talking about, well, let me show y'all how I manipulate men. Do you think the men can't see the videos? Do y'all think the men are not on social media? Y'all be in these comments. Y'all be making video after video after video, showing your hand, telling these men exactly what it is that you do. So whenever you meet them, you see them out, you pulling the cards out of your hand, baby. They already know what you finna play. These men are 10 steps ahead of you because they already know what you're going to do. Y'all all got the same playbook, the same script, the same everything. And you think these men don't know what's going on? You think you finessing somebody? Back in the day, yeah. The women used to finesse. Why? Because they had seduction. They used to be seductive, charismatic, feminine. Y'all barely even feminine. Y'all sitting here talking about a man got to bring out your femininity. Baby, the femininity is what you got to use. That's the number one tool if you really want to finesse somebody. You got to use that femininity, but you can only a man can bring the femininity out of you. The femininity that you were born with. A man got to bring it out. But y'all finessing people, y'all get on here and tell all y'all whole stories, all y'all thought stories, all how y'all done got gangbanged and trained and ran through and all type of shit. And then you think you finessing somebody. If a man decides to give you anything in 2026, baby, it's because he got it to give and he want to give it. It's not because you did any type of manipulation or any type of finessing. Okay. You didn't do none of that.
Please. Yeah, my wife, your father over here. Your father.
Hold on.
Yeah, your father is
Please, hold on. Please, my sex trafficker, please do not let me go with him. I do not want to go with him. Do you have the back of town coffee location? You know what would be preferable if my mom. Okay, please, my sister came for me.
Okay, sir, we're calling the police.
Yeah.
So we're gonna let them handle it.
Yeah, the police.
Yes,
Okay,
yes, the police.
When
Yeah.
the police is here.
So when they're here, that can be arranged.
Sí, ella es mi esposa.
He was trying to sex traffic.
Okay, I understand that this is supposed to be your wife, but she's
No
not
problema.
safe.
Sí, no hay ningún problema.
Even if I am his wife, he was trying to sex traffic me.
He's on the way, and her husband is here trying to take her.
Please do not let me go with him. He's trying to sex traffic me.
Her husband is
Please
trying to
just
get
let
her
him
back.
go.
I
I do not want to go with him.
I want to be picked.
Yasmin, the girl from the video, I am really sorry for the whole commotion that I caused, and thank you to those two girls that helped me call my dad and my mom, or whoever they called. I want to say that I was blacked out drunk and I didn't know what I was saying. I'm sorry for making those strong accusations about my husband. The reason I said that was because I thought I misinterpreted a situation where he was asking the taxi driver how much he was going to charge us to take us like to our car where we had parked. And after that moment, I like ran out of the taxi. And ever since that point, my husband was trying to like follow me to make sure.
The delusion on display here is unreal.
I just don't see men as like a special category that they need to be worshipped in some separate way. Like, oh, men are really the reason why I'm here.
But don't you know that men allow you to have your rights? Because if it really came down to it, they can just overpower you and take all of your rights.
Actually, I have rights because of women. I have rights because women
You have rights because
of
men. Okay, and if they declare war on you because of your rights, what happens? You all die.
Okay, you're having a hypothetical conversation about something that hasn't happened. I'm having a real conversation about the fact that the reason why I'm able to vote is not because of men, but because of hard-working women.
And who allowed it?
A few good men.
Who allowed these things to happen? Men, not a few. A lot of good men. A lot of good men. Why do you think there are no woman civilizations? Because men will take them down.
If you create gender into class, then men are also files and by your logic.
Guess what? That is the minority of them.
Yes, it is true. If a man dates a white woman, he will date a man.
Yeah, you heard correctly. If a man dates a white woman, that means he would date a man. Would you believe me if I told you that post went viral on TikTok? Hundreds of thousands of likes, hundreds of thousands of comments of women agreeing with the take. So much so a woman said that it's scientifically proven for that take to be true. Sweetheart, what institute would ever fund an experiment so moronic? Help us understand. Not only have some of these women lost touch with reality, they have lost touch with common fucking sense. And as sad as it is, we can't save them. There's literally nothing we can do. Between the BBL injections, No Child Left Behind, the CIA, Nissan Altimas, all these women randomly becoming real estate agents, we're literally outnumbered. There isn't anything we can do to stop this run. You literally have to allow them to crash out on their own. And I can assure you, if you ever try to talk any sense into them, they will sassy, clock it, and period your ass to death. It's not worth the fight. Gotta keep the change.
You know, modern women, they're just gonna say stupid stuff, period. This one says, stop cooking for your boyfriend, you're not his mother, right? And she says, stop cooking for your boyfriend, you're not his mother. If a grown man cannot feed himself, he creates a deficit in the relationship. We're breaking the cycle of women being domestic servants. Order takeout or let him starve. Lauren, the dadvocate, says, stop paying for your girlfriends. You are not her father. If a grown woman cannot pay for herself, she creates a deficit in the relationship. We are breaking the cycle of men being paychecks. Have her pay her half or she can move out. Period. End of story. And it seems like Lauren got thousands more likes. This woman got 785 likes on that and 2,100 comments, 66 retweets, and 89 shares. Lauren, with her response, got almost 16,000 likes, 139 comments, people agreeing, 269 retweets, and 63 shares. So basically, it's men trying to tell you what you just said was stupid. They're just trying to tell you, hey, stop acting dumb. Stop saying stupid stuff. Men are not here to be your ATM. Men are not here to be your bank. Men are not here so that you can. Men are not a money tree. Stop that foolishness.
This is why nice guys finish last.
Does a perfect man exist? I don't know yet. I have a man right now that spoils me, but I don't want to date him. Why not? He's 5'6". I don't even want to touch him. So yeah, he's just buying me like Cartier and I'm like, thank you.
Okay, very cool. Do you have any questions for him?
Just a statement. Like, you're such a major green flag that I'm like,
I can't.
Yeah, that's okay. Thank you so much for saying that.
I think you're
What?
just too much of a green flag that I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna ruin you.
Wait, so you're saying he's too perfect, therefore you're gonna reject him?
Yeah.
Understood.
Makes sense, yeah.
We're gonna be your heartbreak. He was like, we should date. And I was like, no. He's like, we'd be good. And I was like, no. And then I like jokingly told my younger sister who had met him, and she was like, oh, he's so great. He's amazing. He's such a nice guy. And I was like, yeah, that's exactly it. Like, I can't be with a guy that's nice.
I'm Lola, and I think you're just a little bit too normal for me. You like to have a good family, and then you like to work on your career a lot.
It's bad to have a job.
No, it's good, but like, for my job, I can't do the whole 9 to 5 schedule to adapt to my partner, so too normal.
Got it, okay.
Yeah, you seem like a very good boy.
Yo, y'all think we be playing when we say women love dudes that treat them like shit. Women love chaos. They love instability. They don't want a good guy. They don't want nice. It gives them the ick. They are so entitled. They want fun. They want randomness, spontaneousness, even if it means a dude that will get other guys. They don't want the guy that'll give them a nice, chill, soft life. That's boring. They don't like boring. They like things that change crazy. They like just waking up and not knowing what the day's like. They don't like scheduling. They love everything that's chaotic. That chick said, I want to be your heartbreak. They embrace that evil shit. These are chicks that learn from videos like this and girls speaking about how men ain't shit. They just want dudes to, run it up and show them a good time. They're here for a good time, not a long time, living their best life. Those are these chicks. And then they hit 30, 35, and they wonder where all the good men at. What happened? Time just flew. Nobody wants me. I'm alone. No kids. What the hell's going on? I'm a good girl. I learned. Yo, stay away from this treachery. This is disgusting. The chick was like, you seem like a good boy. Like he was a dog. They talk down on these dudes and it's wild, the entitlement. Oh, this is crazy to watch, but be safe out there, fellas. Be fucking safe.
It's crazy how girls be calling guys broke. Like, honey, you are asking him for something that you can't afford and you got the nerve to call that man broke. Crazy work.
The reason that men think that you like them if you're nice to them is because they can't fathom being nice to somebody they don't like.
I have a hot take too, and I don't think that a lot of individuals are going to like it, especially if you agreed with the drivel that was just uttered. I'm feeling a little spicy today, so let's have some fun. So, there is a very common belief, because I have heard that particular idea uttered numerous times. There does seem to be a lack of originality out there on social media. Some just keep repeating the same things over and over again as if somehow doing so will make it true. But that is not exactly how truth works, but I digress. So, if you actually believe that most men are going to automatically think that a woman likes him just because she is kind to him, because naturally, in your opinion, you seem to think that men would never be kind to someone that they don't like, well, obviously you have not encountered a great many men in this world, especially those that have manners. Because manners do seem to be almost going extinct among a lot of individuals. But the average man that has the average amount of manners is going to also be kind to someone that they don't necessarily know, because that is called just being considerate. And a lot of women don't take this into consideration because they themselves lack manners.
I have a question.
What's that?
Why do people like cars that are so low to the ground that are easily scratchable?
Well, a car lower to the ground is sexier. It's like,
I disagree.
Well, that's because you have bad taste.
Like, if you have to worry about going over a speed bump, and scratching the bottom of your car, it's not worth it.
Exactly. Like, what a headache.
It is worth it. Like, women that put on fucking heels and makeup and spend 3 hours getting ready for the most pointless thing, and it's worth it to y'all because it makes you feel better. Now, all of a sudden, I want to lower my car because that makes me feel better, and clicking a button to raise it is too much work. Okay.
She said, if you feel like you could go out there and go find a better bitch, go right ahead. And all I said was, if you believe you ain't capable enough of becoming a better bitch, hell, I'll start looking. Just let me know, son.
Sally, you're my dream girl. Judah is so lucky to have you. No, I'm not. I'm not your dream girl. You want to know why? Because I have rules in my relationship that none of y'all could ever handle. First off, we share locations. Oh my God, you're losing your independence. You're not an independent baddie anymore. Girl, you signed up to not be independent when you signed up to be in a relationship, okay? You lost that right. I don't text guys. He doesn't text girls. No friends of the opposite gender. Throw them in a group chat. We keep each other updated on our lives and we make decisions together because it's going to affect both of us. It's never my money, but our money. And oh my God, if I haven't lost you yet, we don't drink separately. We don't go out separately because what's the point? Nah. So I'm not your dream girl.
Do men really love peace or just women who won't challenge them?
I think men want peace and women have to learn how to challenge.
Break that down. I don't understand.
I think that a lot of women challenge men in a way that is not effective or conducive to the result that they want. I think a lot of women struggle to regulate their own emotion, and because they're dysregulated, they're lashing out and reactive instead of responding. Whereas a woman that is just challenging, I think I challenge Brock all the time. And I'm not saying that it's the right way. I'm just saying this is a way that works for us. But the way that I challenge him is, may I share something with you? Or can I ask you a question? Or do you have time for a quick, whatever it could possibly be? And sometimes that comes with a challenge, and sometimes it comes with a goofy question, and sometimes it comes with love, and sometimes, it's all of the different things, but none of it comes with condescension. None of it comes with disrespect. None of it comes loud or in a crazy tone, or when I start doing it doesn't come with that. I feel like women get into their emotions and they forget who they're talking to. Which brings me to this point, and I saw this video and I was like, dang, that's so deep. Why is it that we will go to work and we will be the best person we could possibly be for strangers, but then we come home and we treat the person we love the most like crap? We don't talk to them all day. We don't have patience anymore. We don't have any energy for them. But when you were just at work, you were smiling so hard for Tom, hand high-fiving, hugging, laughing, smiling, but you get home and it's like, man, I just don't feel like today. We have to be mindful of who we are talking to. That person that's in the house with you is that person that you should value the most. And sometimes that's hard, by the way. That's just the reality of it. But that's the work. Relationships be teaching, man. Let me tell you.
And I'm glad Sarah is saying it like this. Sometimes I challenge it. Sometimes I get it. I can get a little out of pocket sometimes. But a lot of times I try to throw a goofy question in there. What she's trying to do is break up the tension. Hey, I want to ask this question, but I don't want to make it seem like I'm trying to question his leadership because I want him to lead. So it's a delicate balance between trying to break him as a man versus trying to, stop or break the thought process and say, hey, wait a minute, are we going in the right direction? I think that's okay. But a lot of times modern women are trying to break the man. They're trying to knock the man down. They talk about, men love to humble women. Modern women love to humble men. Oh, you don't know what you're doing. That's why I make more money than you. And that's why I can't have no man that I make more money than because he can't teach me nothing. Challenging. And not in a good way.
And y'all are 3 baby daddies deep. You got 3 baby daddies talking about I want to do with 6 figures. He not looking for that. I got the pick of the litter.
Yeah, for sure.
Why would I even? You got 3 baby daddies. Lamont, DeAndre, Quantavious. What are we doing? What are we doing? So
I've said before that a law making mandatory DNA testing at birth is a terrible idea, but men decided they wanted to argue with me, so I'm going to readdress the issue. Mandatory paternity testing at birth is a terrible idea. If you choose to get a paternity test at birth, that's on you. I truly do not care. Mandatory is the key word here. Mandatory DNA testing would mean that every child born into the United States, plus both of their parents, would need to be tested at birth. We're not seeing why that's a bad idea? One, that's going to lead to the government storing our genetic data. They're not going to take every single American's genetic info and just throw it away. Two, imagine a man cheats on his wife, God forbid, with a teenager. What do you think he's going to do to her when he realizes she's pregnant and he has to do a DNA test? But we don't care about endangering women or children's lives, right? I know. And three, who's going to pay for it? Because the government sure isn't, and I'm not paying to get a DNA test because you too scared to ask your baby mama for a paternity test. The real solution here that a lot of people don't want to hear is to stop having sex with people you don't want to create a family with.
Just say you don't want women to have to be accountable for this and just call it a day. Why are we even talking about this? Lady, all you're trying to do is avoid accountability for the women. I do agree with your last point. People shouldn't have sex with people they don't want to have a baby with, which is true. But this is why we need the DNA test, because people are going to do that. And when it comes to women and having babies, they can lie about who that person is they did it with. That is the whole point of mandatory DNA tests, because in most situations, these people are married and they have no reason to believe their wife is out sleeping with somebody else. So it isn't about being scared. You just don't know. She even tried to say, what if a man who was married had a baby by another woman? And let's say the other woman was a teenager. What do you think he's going to do to her? Number one, you're talking about something that's not going to happen a lot. I'm talking about men sleeping with teenagers when they're married. That is a very small percentage of men doing that. And just to be clear, if that teenage girl went in there and said he's the father of the baby, he's going to be tested if it's mandatory or not, because she is basically accusing him of having sex with a minor. A mandatory DNA test just means they're going to test the man that she's claiming to be the father, the child, and the mother. That's it. You're not going to just go around testing random men. So if the woman never claims a man to be the father, he won't be tested. The only thing this is going to prevent is the man who she claims to be the father from walking around believing that he is the biological father of that child. That's the only thing this is going to do. So you can miss me with that whole argument. And the whole government is going to steal our DNA thing is ridiculous. If you don't believe they have access to our DNA right now, you are out of your mind. Between hospital visits and all the blood work we get over the years, they already got everything they need, ma'am. So you can throw that out the window too. So let's just call it what it is. You don't want women to have to be accountable for their decision, and you're coming up with every way you can to try to defend this. But I hate to tell you, ma'am, it is not working. It is just making me think that you've pulled this stunt before, or you know somebody who pulled this stunt before, and y'all don't want anybody stopping the infinite money glitch and this mental and emotional chokehold that y'all have had over men for hundreds of years.
I'm 30 years old, and I couldn't be more uninterested in marriage and dating.
You say that like it's something to be proud of.
I've done so much on my own that I'm genuinely unimpressed by the population of men that we have to date.
I was about to say that's awesome, but if you've done so much on your own, that doesn't equate automatically to personal growth. More likely self-isolation and an inability to work with others in the face of challenges.
I have not met one person that has made my life significantly easier.
Whoa, is that what some of you guys are thinking? That a relationship is meant to make your life significantly easier? Maybe that is the crux of this whole issue that people are dealing with. Relationships are not supposed to make your life significantly easier. There are parts of relationships that make life, oh my God, so worth living. And there are parts of relationships that make being single easier than being in a relationship because it brings up the parts of you that aren't developed. It brings up this exact thing this woman's talking about, the inability to actually work together as a team, to face challenges, to deal with the moments where you disappoint each other. Or should we all just run for the hills and never bother with relationships if they don't make things completely easier? Do some of you guys actually think that?
Because I firmly believe that when you get into a partnership with a man, a woman never benefits.
And now we kind of come full circle here. If she fully believes that you never benefit as a woman getting into a relationship with a man, then of course you think like this. Your own bias would thus make it impossible for you to have a good relationship because you're already walking in thinking, I lose in this situation. So I guess everything she says makes sense for her. I don't buy any of it, that any of it's real or vulnerable or courageous. I think this is just one of the many ways people deflect and hide and avoid the inevitable risks that come with living a full life.
The thing is, for me, I'm hyper independent.
When people say I should be nicer to men, but this is modern chivalry.
Alright, big man, go. Like actually? Like actually? I can't believe he actually let the door slam in my face. That's actually crazy.
Okay, so this chick is mad pressed because I guess she was expecting this guy to do the thing where, like, when you're holding the door open, you look behind you to make sure that no one else is coming through, which I personally do and I recommend doing no matter what gender you are. It's just a general courtesy. But my question is, why was she recording? That's always the first question I ask in these situations. Why was the phone out and why were you recording? Because now I'm wondering if you did this on purpose. Like if you were literally just waiting out to run out at the last opportunity so you could get this like victimhood on camera. Because this looks avoidable. Because from our angle, it looks like the guy just did not bother to look around at all, leaving the door to slam in your face, which, yeah, maybe not the most courteous guy of all time, but also, that's not mandatory. Good thing you're not dating him. Bad thing you absolutely had to have your recording phone in your hand instead of in your pocket or a bag so that you had absolutely no way of catching the door as it closed. And this is the difference between a person who is grateful for random acts of kindness versus a person who simply feels entitled to random acts of kindness to the point that they don't even have enough self-preservation to take care of themselves. They just expect everyone else around them to do that for them. Like, unless you made eye contact with him, why would you assume he even saw you? I don't know, y'all. What do you think? Do I think it's typically a good habit to look behind you when you're opening a door in public? Absolutely, I do. But if there is no eye contact, man, this is just Darwinism. Just be glad you didn't spill that whole drink all over your dumb ass.
And if you're going to get your stuff in the morning, like most people are, or in the afternoon, it really doesn't matter. At various points in time during the day, if somebody's coming into a coffee shop, a lot of times they rushing. They going in, let me stop and get this, and they on their way to the next stop, right? So that man might be running out the door. That man be, hey man, I'm late, and you're not even thinking about it. Whereas if he took time to slow down and just hold the door open, like, and think about what's going on around him, then he'd be like, oh, my bad. I'm sorry about that. Let me get the door open for you. Right? Who knows? He might just be a jerk. But the point is, you guys continue to think that you're so far superior to, oh, this is why I don't do, this is why I don't respect man, and chivalry is dead. No, that was a man that might have been going through something. That was a man that might have not been paying attention. Y'all, modern women are so bad at intelligence, at reading the room, that looking at this situation, they'll say, oh yeah, he must hate women. Instead of saying, man, that guy's a jerk. Man, that guy's a loser. Wow. Why do you act like that? Why do men act like that? How come all men act like this? What? I'll hold the door open. Yeah, maybe you. No, me too. I'll hold the door open. No, maybe y'all, but no. Statistically speaking, most men aren't going to do weird stuff. Most men are going to act like they have some common sense. So what you mean to say is, why did he not do what you wanted him to do or what you thought he should do? Leave that on him.
PSA, if you got a boyfriend and that nigga start working out or he start talking about losing weight and he want to eat better, that nigga's about to leave you, bitch. So once that nigga start talking about a fitness journey, leave his ass right the fuck there.
So instead of supporting him on his journey, starting your journey, getting healthier, leveling up, the answer is to leave and find you a man who also doesn't work out and also doesn't want you to become a healthier version of yourself. Yeah, we're cooked. You know I'm going to tell the truth and you know I got to go.
Ladies, listen. If you want guys to do stuff for you, you got to do stuff for guys. And just take a minute and consider what, I feel like guys never get credit for what they do actually do, right? So a guy could go to the store with you and, $300 worth of groceries and pay the bill for those groceries, bring them home, and then step out to get some work done. And you're like, are you going to help me cook this? I mean, right? It just rubs me so wrong.
I think y'all too grown to be fumbling good people. The fact that y'all still think that the grass is greener on the other side is crazy. Haven't you went through enough already? Haven't you been served the wrong hand when it came to dating? Don't you think that you have been through enough already? So why is it when you finally get you a good person, you're constantly always looking for other options? Other options? There are many, many options, but none of them are good. Take care of what you got going on, because you're over here looking at options when there's people who are ready for the next step, looking at your girl, looking at your man, like that woman deserves to be a wife. That man needs a woman to talk life into him. Instead, y'all just sitting here being selfish, fumbling good ass people.
A lot of these women go on dates not even because they hungry, because they got drinking problems. You dig what I'm saying? I said something. Okay. Look. She going on a date for the Don Julio. So you gotta find spots that don't have bars if you want to date on a budget, or first day you're not sure that you like this woman.
Mm-hmm.
I advise places like Chipotle, bad bitches like Chipotle, okay? Or if you're in Atlanta, soul food spots. You dig what I'm saying? A lot of those spots don't have bars and you can get some good food. But you gotta avoid the spots that got that bar, because a lot of these women are just coming to run your bag up and so they can get drunk and then go out. They're using you as a pregame to go see the nigga that they really cracking. So don't fall for that.
If men don't suspect that there's any interest on your end, even if they're interested, they're not going to pursue and they're not going to be as clear about it. So as women, if we are interested, we have to make sure we're showing some variation of that to give the man the green light that he can then show us his signs of interest. We got to open the door for him to walk through it. Yes. That's my motto.
1,000%.
Wait, you saying they send edible arrangements to their job?
You'd be surprised what bitches do for some likes.
Oh
my
God.
That be their reaction, and the whole time it's them.
They be taking the time. They be taking the time. Like, they supposed to be coming in 5 minutes. What if shit at? Like,
they do that to get their little snacks mad, get their side worried, old worried. The whole time it's them.
Real
Nobody.
side happy, like, yo, he just did me a favor.
So everybody put your hands in the air. It's an all-night party that we're getting into. You think it's all over, then the joke is on you. It's a dream, it's a scene, and it's so brand new.
I don't make bitter bitch content because I'm not bitter. I'm sorry I can't relate to you. Y'all be having 3 and 4 baby dads, all these kids running around, and then you want a high value man. What, after you washed up? Y'all bitches be in y'all early 30s, late 20s. Wash the fuck up. Coming on here just bitching and moaning about men. Nobody's gonna take you serious. You're the one they want for tonight. Some of you bitches already got like 100 bodies under y'all. What type of man wanna take you serious? Who's taking you to their mom? Y'all act like men, y'all look like men, y'all dress like men, y'all smell like men, y'all drink like men, y'all curse like sellers. What are we talking about? Who's taking you serious? You don't even take yourself serious enough for a real man to come in and take you serious. Then y'all come on here and make bitter bitch content and then go viral off of the bitter shit. Who's taking you serious? All I'm saying.
This guy slapped my ass as I was walking past him at a bar, and without any pause or hesitation, I turned around and I picked him up.
Cap. Sorry, I call Cap all the way around. I hate to be the one getting on the internet calling you a liar, but first of all, I went on your page, baby. You don't have no ass. Damn. You got that disease. No ass at all. If he would have went to go slap your ass, he would have missed due to the lack of target.
Do you guys think that I'm being misogynistic or sexist?
Yes.
Yes? What was sexist?
I feel like some points you made, as in like the cooking and the cleaning and the constant, like, you know, always being there to take care of you. I feel like that's an expectation that men hold a lot for women. And I just don't agree with that, because I feel like, wouldn't you want your woman to be independent and have her own career and make her own money so that you're not fully, but think about it.
So like when women want men to pay for dates, are they being sexist?
Not necessarily, no.
If it's okay for women to say men should, why can't men say women should? In society, if a man says women should, that's going to be labeled with sexist, misogyny, but there's never this criticism when women say men should.
Try to replace a stay-at-home mom. You're going to be paying for a chauffeur, a chef, a nanny, a project manager for the house. In fact, recent data has shown that stay-at-home moms, non-compensated working parents, if you had to pay them a salary, it would be at least $175,000 a year. So if you are a non-compensated working mom, if you are a stay-at-home mom, you deserve a salary from your husband.
The reason that they see this as not just being a mom is because they've distorted this whole reality where now it's like, well, you know, I'm not doing that. Why? Just because I'm a woman, right? Just because I'm a woman, I would have to take on all these roles. It's been distorted because they're so masculinized that they're not realizing, like, no, actually, you're supposed to take on all of these roles because it's natural and instinctual for you to do it as a woman.
Men are no longer obsessed with women anymore. Do y'all feel that way?
100%.
Why do you think that is?
The reason they not obsessed is because I hate to say it again, and I hate to seem like I'm being judgmental to women when I'm a woman myself, but I feel like social media and there's no mystery. I feel like a lot of things that we as women as a whole that we say that maybe sometimes is just something that we're just putting on social media. It was just a joke. I feel like guys really be turned off by those things. Like they really judging you by the things you
Because
put
you
up.
the boy quotes, right? Like
Yeah, like I feel like they're really judging you like by those things.
They watch from afar.
And also like just feeling like it's this pressure of feeling like they gotta take care of you. I wouldn't want to be obsessed with nobody if I feel like as soon as I walk to them, they're gonna be like, my light bill is just
Boundaries are getting mislabeled as insecurity.
What are you guys?
Firefighters.
Would it be bad if a guy said like this was his red flag?
Yeah.
Why?
You're insecure. Yeah.
When someone can't tolerate a boundary, the easiest move is to make the person setting it feel wrong, label it, belittle it, so they don't have to deal with it.
But what if you wanted like an exclusive vibe?
Another girl.
Even if the boundary itself makes sense.
If you were in Walmart in your underwear, how would you feel?
Uncomfortable. Yeah.
How do you feel right now?
It's Halloween.
They can see their own discomfort, but they can't see it in someone else when it clashes with what they want.
Don't want to be with a man that's insecure.
So if he doesn't want you just showing
That's toxic.
he's insecure.
Yeah.
And I know there are people that won't say anything so they can avoid the argument and the label that comes with it. But if you're generally bothered by your girl's joints bouncing up and down the sidewalk and you stay quiet, that doesn't make you confident. That makes you resentful. When every boundary gets labeled as insecurity, real communication stops.
And you see a lot of guys that don't really like that stuff, they allow it, they let it go because they don't want the argument. Like you're saying, I don't want to be seen as somebody that's controlling. I don't want to be seen as somebody that's causing problems. I don't want to be seen as somebody that's trying to manipulate and steer my girlfriend in a certain path or my wife in a certain path. Right? The funny thing about that is these modern women don't have enough sense to say, well, maybe I shouldn't be doing that. Let me think about my husband. Let me think about what he feels comfortable with. If you're about to go outside with something that you might have worn with your girls when you were single, why is there no intuition to say, well, maybe, when I was going out, I was wearing this to do this, this, and this. But when I wore this, I knew I could get guys. Well, I'm just doing it because I want to be cute. It just happens. It just so happened that guys came up to me. Right. And when you wear this number or you do this little thing, guys are going to come up to you. So now that you have a guy, maybe you say, babe, do you feel comfortable with me wearing this? Yeah, what's wrong with it? Well, I just know when I used to wear it, a lot of guys approached me, and now I'm with you, so I just want to ask. Well, just as long as you ain't entertaining no guy, then, I go do whatever you want to do. Okay. But they don't even give the man the respect enough to say yay or nay in a lot of these situations.
My girlfriend just got a job as a cart girl on a golf course, and she came home the other day, told me she accidentally gave a guy her number. How does that happen? How did that happen? She goes, well, he cornered me, and I felt forced into giving it to him. I go, okay, yeah. Well, tell me, where exactly are the corners on a golf course? Not too many open fields with sharp angles. She goes, well, Dane, you don't know what it's like to be a woman in this country. I said, according to every bully I had, yes, I do.
If your body count is under 50, do me a favor and go outside and live a little bit.
She said to go outside and bust that coochie wide open. Yeah, that's what she said. Why is your body count at 50 to begin with? You are already a whore. Your self-esteem is on the floor. And she's encouraging you to now walk all over it. 50! And she's telling you that you haven't lived enough yet. If you ask me, you've lived too much. You are doing too much. You've done too much. And you need to stop. If your body count is at 50, you should never get into another relationship. Ever. Just stay single for the rest of your life. I mean, you're already in a shit situation, but you don't have to make it worse. You don't have to listen to women like that and have no self-respect. Love yourself first, okay?
Okay, genuine question for those that say that women should go 50-50 in a relationship with a man because it's the 21st century and we're equals now. Do you think that women fought for the right to have our own money, have our own bank accounts, have our own property, just to turn around and give that to a man, to the same people that were fighting us on it, that were like, no, you're not equal. Oh man, I wish you could have a bank account, but you're just not equal. You're not equal to us.
If guys wanted to take away your rights, they would do it. They're stronger. They would just take it away. This is not, guys didn't fight you and you fought them and won and got these things. That's not how it worked.
It pains me, when I realized that I was the only nigga that was taking this girl serious, I don't know if embarrassed is the word, but I genuinely, I can't believe it, bro. I can't believe it. I remember, bro, when I found out every nigga was taking her as a joke, I was so sick. Not only because of what I was hearing. I'm hearing niggas is hitting that, passing that, all types of shit. Not only because what I was hearing, but bro, why, I'm the only nigga that's respecting her, bro. And I was just I just didn't understand. I didn't know how to feel.
My earring. I bought my earring. Thank you.
Interesting how the definition of violation seems to fluctuate depending on who's involved. Do you guys remember the DoorDash girl who pushed open the customer's door, recorded him while he was laying on his couch, sleeping half naked, posted it on the internet, and then claimed that she was SA'd? I mean, how could you forget? The amount of women that were agreeing with her, saying that men were predators and they were disgusting and, the whole 9 yards. Where are those women right now? Why aren't they calling women predators and disgusting? Why isn't this video viral yet? I got so many questions. I am yet to see these women speak out and talk about how terrible this is. So women are allowed to commit the same crimes, but not face the same consequences. Gotcha.
And also, if I get drunk, I don't count whatever happens while I'm drunk as part of my body count.
What's your body count?
My body count? I'd say like under 5.
Really?
Yeah. Honestly, there's a couple situations in which like I don't feel like they count. For example, like if I meet a fan and we decide to do content, I don't consider that part of body count. If I go on a girls trip, whatever happens in that girls trip, I feel like that doesn't count as a body count.
So if you get drunk, 5 guy,
didn't happen.
So the body count only counts to her when she's emotionally invested in a situation. That means when it's someone she's actually dating. So every fling, every drunk escapade, every one night stand, none of those count.
Men are simple.
It's always refreshing to see a woman give an accurate description on who men are. Your discretion is advised.
They want to be fed. They want to be fucked, and they want fairness. That's what they ask for.
Now, I'm going to let her cook. I promise you I will. However, just that one clip alone puts such a smile on my face because it's really that simple. Ladies, if you take any advice, take this one. It's not difficult to deal with men. We literally want just those 3 things right there. Emphasis on the fairness because we like things to be fair. Please understand, learning to peacefully coexist with a man means you have to be fair. And for us, fairness is some of the most simple things. On Sunday, when we want to sit down and watch football after working all week, allow us to watch the football. Pick up the tab sometime when we go out to dinner. Yes. Roll out the red carpet for our birthdays as well. Send him those random news while he at work. Be the first person to meet him at the door when he come home with a nice big hug and a big kiss. Show him that attention, love, and affection. Learn to be his protector as well. Don't have none of your family, friends, random women in the street talking to him crazy because they know he a man and they can take advantage of him verbally. Men like to feel protected too. Don't let them tell you otherwise. That's what fairness looks like to us.
They're not asking for equality. You sleep with them good. You make sure that their bellies are full, and you be fair.
Yeah.
That's what they want. Women want everything.
Amazing.
We want good sex. We want to be fair. We want equality. Women want so much, and it's just unrealistic. Women want things that we don't necessarily deserve.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Men are simple.
Fellas, our efforts are not going unnoticed. The tables are turning. They are starting to understand the message. Now, I could dive in more on what she said as far as what women want, but it's self-explanatory. We see it online all day, every day. But it is very nice to know that hope is still alive. And fellas, there is still a chance for you to find someone to spend the rest of your life with that will understand you and put forth the effort to make you happy as well. Y'all keep the change.
Is my wife, your father or your father? Hold on. Yeah, your father.
Please,
hold on.
he's my sex trafficker. Please do not let me go with him. I do not want to go with him. Do you have the back of town coffee location? You know what would be preferable if my mom. Okay, please. My sister came for me.
Okay, sir, we're calling the police, so we're gonna let them handle it.
Yeah, the police.
Yes, the police.
When the police is here.
So when they're here, that can be arranged.
He was trying to sex
I understand that this is supposed to be your wife, but she's not safe.
Well, she did make a video thanking those girls, saying that's actually her husband, and she wasn't telling the truth. All that happened because she was drunk.
In the girl from the video, I
I'm really sorry for the whole commotion that I caused, and thank you to those two girls that helped me call my dad and my mom, or whoever they called. I want to say that I was blacked out drunk and I didn't know what I was saying.
I don't think some people grasp how irreversible certain accusations are. Being labeled something like that, even if the person is drunk, I don't even care if they're drunk. That shit can cause reputational damage. If you know drinking consistently is pushing you into blackouts to the point where you're making reckless accusations like that, why are you drinking? I don't know if I could come back from something like that if I was the husband, because that is something that would weigh heavily on my mind. Let this be the last time you ever drink.
Most women will be like, I want guys that don't have girls. I don't want. Liar.
What's the hardest thing a guy can do?
I'm not really into nice guys because I like boys, so I can't really think of anything nice that they can do.
My lucky day. Hell yeah. I'm just joking. All right. And what's the worst thing a guy can do?
I guess be nice.
Be nice.
Because sometimes if you're too nice, it gives like, it's like the ick.
Really?
You know? Because it's like, why are you so nice?
Do you like when guys like degrade you type shit? Is that what you like?
Not degrade me, but like, you know. Because I feel like if a guy is nice, that means he gets no girls. And that's like a turn off. You know what I mean?
It's not that she doesn't want to be treated well, but she wants to be treated well by a guy who she has respect for. And she doesn't respect you if you don't have options. She doesn't respect you if you don't have your finances in order. She doesn't respect you if you don't have a commanding presence. She doesn't respect you if you don't hold frame. She doesn't respect you if you don't respectfully put her in her place when she's out of line. I'm telling you, don't believe what they say. Watch what they do.
I say I'm a feminist. To me, it's just, I feel like women should have the choice to do what they want. The same as men. Like, men can choose whatever they wanted.
If we want to talk about choice, women didn't have to work. Men never had that choice throughout history. And I'd argue men, even in 2026, men can't realistically go out there in the dating market and be like, I want to be a stay-at-home husband. That shit will not fly with even liberal women. Liberal women who might have good career ambitions, their standard, even though they are feminists and believe in 50-50 equality, blah, blah, blah. Most women, even liberal progressive women, their standard's going to be, I want a guy who makes as much money as me or more. So there is never really a choice for men to want to actually step back and be more taking care of the household. That's a choice women have. Now, in terms of careers, you have to have a really strong understanding of what the world looked like 100, 200, 300 years ago. You have to remember 300 years ago, there wasn't air conditioning. There wasn't like lunch breaks and HR, and there wasn't
Pregnancy leave.
No, that shit did not exist. 100 years ago, as a man, you go into the coal mines. This idea of like lacking of access to the workplace was physical. It was labor.
And they know good and well they wasn't about to be doing any of that. They know good and well they wasn't about to be doing any of that work. What you was doing was just fine. As the world evolved, hey, let's go do this, let's go do that. Modern women, like he said, they seem to forget in a lot of these relationships, there's always, or in a lot of these relationships, there's the expected. Well, you know, when I have the baby, I'm going to stay home, or I'm going to take extended leave. I know the company's giving me, 3 months, but I'm going to take extended leave. And the thing is, he's going to get 2 jobs. He's going to get a 3rd job if he needs to. He's going to hustle. He's going to get an Uber. He's going to do whatever he needs to do to take care of the family. I'm going to go to sleep at night. He going to handle it all. I take care of the kids, cook, clean. I'm going to let him handle that. That's the way a lot of these relationships were. Now modern women, they still have that choice. In order, he's going to take care of it. I expect my man to do all that. I expect my man to handle all that. No, I'm not going to be doing anything, right? I expect the option to continue to do whatever I want to do. Or I want to work, or I want to work long hours, or I don't want to work but part-time, or I want to move over here and do this, regardless of what the family's doing. And if my husband say, hey, maybe that's not the way we can go right now, I'm going to do it anyway because that's what I want. I'm going to go cry and complain to my friends. And should my friend say, no, girl, that's your husband, you need to listen to what he got to say. Oh, well, I just knew about her. She never was a girl's girl. That type of foolishness. Go to your parents, hoping your dad's going to back you up. and go over there and talk to him like your dad is going to run the house, that's not going to work. Get in line. Do what your man asks you to do.